Hello, Capricorn. Welcome to your February 2021 reading. I'm just going to freestyle it. I don't know if it's about love or money or spirituality or just random stuff you should know. So let's just go with it. Also, at the end, I'll read a little passage from a 365 Tao book. If you get something out of it, I hope you enjoy it. I'll just randomly open the book and read something for you. So, if you're new to tarot, in the description box, there's this brief description on how tarot works, in my personal opinion. And if you want a personal reading, my email is in there. I'll keep taking readings until the space is filled, and then I'll close and open again next month. So, without further ado, let's go. Capricorn, permission to ask the Oracle for Capricorn. Okay, so it looks like a new start, Capricorn. It looks like it felt like you were just being mired with bad luck. I think you felt like you just couldn't get on your path and you were just losing confidence and faith even. You kind of even lost that Capricorn entrepreneurial spirit. There, I got it out. I think for a while you felt like you were off your game, maybe just a lot of it seemed like bad luck and you couldn't quite get on track and you didn't know what was happening and you just like your motivation and your passion and your drive was just gone. But I think you've had a breakthrough, and I think that the towers, I think you might have just last few years been having nothing but towers and your life being blown apart and one bad thing happening after another and just so constant. You were like, is this forever now? Is this just how I live now? And I think that there's a breakthrough. You have a new start. I think the optimism is returning. Your sense of innocence and joy with life is starting to return after you were just got a cosmic beat down, so many external factors outside of you just hitting you one thing after another. And now I think you're getting a new start. I think your material world is taking a look for the better. So finances could be getting better, projects, your resources. You might have a new idea for a business, actually. You might have found a lot of clarity in things too. You just see the truth and found clarity about yourself and about life and truth. You just cut through the truth of all the bullshit. It could even be the truth of how the world is run. You're starting to see that a lot of it's an illusion. But you're okay. You're still all right, well, let's just keep going. Let's make a new start. Like I said, a new business project. Some of you could be getting engaged or be having a new relationship that has a really solid commitment. But it's at the very beginning stages too. But I think, that the towers are starting to fade out. The mess of your life that was made is starting to kind of get cleaned out. You might be still having some events happening, but they're minor compared to the major events that were kind of hitting you before. All right, let's see what else. New jobs, possibly, or just promotions, switching jobs in the same company. Oh, again. Oh, you got the same cards again. Okay, so again, new projects, promotions, engagements, new ways to make resources. You could be starting on new projects that are physical. If you are a painter, you could be manifesting things in the physical world by taking your ideas and painting them. Any ideas that you're taking, you could be implementing them and making them into the real world now, not just dreams, but things that you're actually starting, but it's still in the beginning stages. I don't think it's actually materialized into something big yet, but the idea is there, the initiative is there, and I think you want to take a leap of faith. So again, I get a lot of we got this at the bottom of the deck, entrepreneurs, resources, money. It's all around money, which isn't a surprise with Capricorn. What else? Yeah, okay. kind of feeling back on top again, you know, like you can't keep Capricorns down for too long. So I think you might be having a lot of success. Your reputation, you might be gaining a lot of recognition in your reputation, and people are sort of recognizing you and your talents. And I think that's making you feel really like good, lighthearted. And I think you maybe left a lot in the past behind, and you're ready to just start brand new. You're a brand new person and you're feeling good. You're getting recognized, and it's starting to manifest into actual, real, tangible things. You could be pretty popular right now too. Yeah, things that you didn't want to acknowledge about someone or even your own emotional life, you are taking the blindfold off, and you are going to, you're taking the blindfold off. There could also be somebody in your life that you previously had a certain idea about, and you sort of see them in a new way as well. It could be a romantic partner as well. So say like it was a friend and you thought you were just friends, you might kind of see them as something different now, maybe a romantic prospect. Like you see them in a totally different way than you did before, for better or for worse. They're Capricorn again. So I think you're just really motivated right now. You're like, okay, let's get this shit back on track. My life fell apart. I had all of these terrible things happen, but I think you feel a sense of optimism again. And you're like, okay, it's time to get back on track. Let's take charge. Let's go. And you're aggressively just back in Capricorn power. You know, Capricorns go after what they want. They don't take any shit. They work hard. They focus, like single-minded focus, mastery. Building money, building ways to make money, and just focusing on work, focusing on projects, focusing on new business, and you're just going for it and going for it hard, right? Like you're really feeling back on track again, like back in your element. So now there could have been a really painful ending of something. You could have been stabbed in the back, or the death of somebody that you cared about. But the sun is rising again, and you're starting to feel happiness again, and a sense of self-assuredness and optimism, and like you can handle life again. I think this happened and it tore you apart and really just nailed you to the ground, you know. Could have felt like you were just being even picked on by life or by people or the universe, and just kind of like almost like a martyr too. There could have been a situation where you were like victimized, or you were kind of a martyr, like you gave selflessly to something, and it was painful and it ended. Like even some of you could have been like a caregiver for somebody that was sick, and they might have died. And you're not happy that they died, but the sun is shining again, right? And you're starting to find that happiness and that contentment and that satisfaction, and sort of finding your wishes and dreams are starting to come true now after that really painful situation. And I think you realize now that the pain might finally be over, and you can maybe start moving on with your life. Okay. That is a wish card too. So if you have a wish, whatever it may be, make a wish on it. It's saying you're going to get what you want, you know. But like whenever we get our wish comes true, like there's always things that come with it. Like if you get a new job, it may be your dream job and you'll be very happy there, but it's never perfect. You know, there might be a really annoying coworker or whatever, or you'll get your perfect relationship, but you still got to work on it and stuff. So wish fulfillment, it's saying you're going to get it, what you want in your own individual heads, you'll get, and be happy with it, be content with it, because nothing is ever perfect, but it can be damn close, you know? So What's coming up for Capricorn? Let me see what's coming up. Okay. Yeah. Saving money, holding on to money, making money. It's not hard to read for Capricorns because Capricorns are often like focused on money, resources, saving money. You want a new start. Just you want to break through in life, cut through all the bullshit, start saving money. You protect yourself too. Probably learned how to establish better boundaries. Yeah. So definitely like in your power, maybe like somebody who's gone through a lot, has a lot of grief, sorrow, has seen a lot of the harshness of life, but is still funny and still can enjoy life, you know, but is very rational and takes no shit. So I think the shitstorm that you've been through has made you really tough now. Maybe a little bit colder where you're just willing to cut people off like super fast and protect yourself now. You're just not dealing with bullshit anymore at all. Like you see the truth. You don't want to deal with delusions. You don't want to deal with lies. You will protect yourself. You'll set your boundaries and you're willing to cut out anyone or anything that is not, that's going to fuck with you, you know, not having it. Okay. Let me get a couple more cards here and just get a random message. Capricorn. Okay, so I think your self-esteem is getting a lot better and you're realizing, you know what, I am good enough. I don't need to put up with bullshit or be used by people or just always be the one that cleans up everyone else's mess. So again, I think your self-esteem is good. I think you might be getting a lot of outside validation too from people looking to you for advice or just complimenting you on your talents, especially at work and with your friends. And you're starting to get a sense of like, you know what, I am good enough, actually. And I think you need to take a time to breathe out. So you've had this terrible time the last like couple of years, probably an ongoing one disaster after another. And now you want to get back in the game and get back and make things work and start a business and just like rush right towards it. But the cards are saying take time to breathe out a little bit and process everything that happened and just take care of yourself a bit. You know, you can still work hard, you can still start projects, but also just take time to breathe and chill out on just trying to get things moving right away. Keep doing it, but take breaks too. And it was a lot. So you need time to process and breathe and just take a minute. Okay, Capricorn? What's the time at? Okay, I'm going to read from the 365 Tao. I'm going to open a random message for you, okay? Soaring. So, for years I've practiced ritual. I'm dead now. For years I've practiced meditation. It's dull now. Finally there is only soaring like an ectoplasmic ribbon floating over the sea. When one is mature spiritually, one no longer needs the structure of ritual or formal meditations. This is not to say that structure was unnecessary, for without it one could not stand at this vantage point. But once one attains a level where one has completely internalized the lessons of the structure, one can freely improvise in fresh and valid forms. In spirituality, one can soar free of ordinary restrictions. Imagine yourself on a high cliff overlooking the ocean. Slowly your body elongates like a ribbon, longer and longer, undulating up into the sky. Before you is the limitless vastness of the ocean and sky. You feel drawn forward and you can guide and soar over that expanse like a ribbon. That is spiritual freedom. Autumn is about to pass into winter. Spring is on the other side. Just as spiritual soaring is on the other side of stiff ritual, devotions have their own seasons. When you first learn them, they are magical. Then they yield their harvest and wither. On the other side of the withering is a new spring and a new spiritual vista. Wherever you are in your spiritual years, cooperate with the cycle of the seasons until you emerge like a dragon soaring in the sky. Okay, that message was like totally for me. And I'm a Capricorn sun, so. Okay, Capricorn, I hope this helped and catch you next time. Bye.